these scammers are pretending to talk to aliens for... Oh, not again. Oh no. $20 please? I didn't have to last time. Yeah, Gary just does this for fun and sometimes he gets carried away. I'm actually trying to run a business here. Fine, here you go. My pleasure. Good evening, I'm Spencer James, and do you want to be able to talk to aliens? You do? Alright, quick test for you then. Can you understand this? No, that was complete gibberish. Well, for a seasoned alien chatter like myself, he clearly said,
I'm a scam artist who profits from your desperate desire to feel chosen in a world that simply doesn't care if you exist.
Don't look at me like that. I'm just spitting facts. Alright, we'll get deep later on. For now, you're probably wondering what this video is even about. Well, we've all seen psychic mediums, right? You know, the crystal ball, tarot cards, begging children for money on TikTok Live. But that is not what we're dealing with today. No, this is another level. Ghosts? That's child's play, mate. The real next level, and say it with me now, aliens. But unlike traditional psychic mediums, you're gonna have to have had a lobotomy to be able to fall for this shite. Then again, I did once send 800k to a fake AI Timothy Chalamet, so who am I to judge, really? Right, enough preamble. Today, I'm gonna be doing a 2-part deep dive into the world of spiritual scamming on TikTok. And we're not staying surface level. No, no, no. Forget Casper, the friendly ghost, chilling in your granny's attic. We're going deeper. We're talking an alien species that apparently lives among us, as well as astral projection and alien communication tutorials that I'm going to be following myself. And then a final boss who charges your card monthly to be a part of his alien cult. I mean, if I saw a man with a coat hanger on his head spouting nonsense on TikTok Live, I don't think I could hand over my wallet fast enough. Take it, please! Take it all! Take all of it! Why have I got so much change? But before we get there, let's just ease ourselves in. Starting with this lovely middle-aged woman. I'm sure she has some really insightful spiritual knowledge that she can give us.
Yes, we are here! We are here, we are very happy to be here. Yes, indeed, dear one. Yes, we are here. Yes, we do have a message for you. It will help you navigate through all the waves of change. Yeah.
Do you know who that was, or?
That was the Great Council.
Wow. How many of them are there?
There's a large group of them. When I walk in to work with them, they're all sitting at a table. That's a visual that they give me. So it's a collective. I don't know exactly the number.
Okay. The lady you just saw do a really good Boris Johnson impression is Pamela Downs, a self-proclaimed trance channeler by the Great Council of Light. Oh, what the hell does that even mean? I know what it means, and it has a $270 price tag on it. Yep, the Awakening Accelerator course. That would be a good drink company name, but no. The Awakening Accelerator course doesn't give you a Red Bull. No, you're just paying Pam to gaslight you every month. Basically, she's going to be telling you random insights from this so-called council every month if you pay her to do so. That's so stupid. Seriously, it's like if you had to pay for Netflix, but instead of movies, you just got random YouTube videos that made no sense. You're just paying for garbage. Like looking over her whole social media, I have no idea how people look at this crap and they go, let me give this woman my hard-earned dough. Like her whole thing is that only she's enlightened and she can see the Great Council. I don't trust that at all. That's like going to a psychic and they're just on the phone the whole time. Ooh, are you ready for your reading? Yes, I am. Okay, here we go. Gary, my brother. Yeah, I've just got another dickhead here who wants a reading. I'm right here. Right, so what should I tell him? Okay. Your family and you are going to be involved in a very terrible and tragic plane crash. What? Don't shoot the messenger, brother. I'm just telling you what the spirits have to say, okay? Give me the phone. No. Give it to me. This isn't even unlocked. Fucking scammer. God, what a waste of... Oh! I mean, morally, this is obviously very dodgy. And you could argue, oh, maybe she does really believe that she has this power. Okay, well, riddle me this. If you really had this amazing power of speaking to aliens, why the hell would you go on a podcast and just do this?
Yes, we are here!
Exactly, you just wouldn't. You'd either be in the government or at the very least not making a fool of yourself for clicks, and you'd certainly not charge vulnerable people out of, frankly, a substantial amount of money every month. The morality of that isn't even questionable at this point, it's just wrong. Like, she doesn't do this alien speaking anywhere else. Her whole page is just her waffling about generic crap. But she's gone on a podcast that she knows is going to get criticising eyes, and then she decides, let me whip out my best Boris Johnson impression and make a fool of myself. Because she knows that that'll get more attention, therefore more eyes, and then more people she can manipulate into giving her their hard-earned shmoney. Like, if you could really talk to aliens, would you charge anyone? I know that I wouldn't. I reckon the aliens would get tired of me from asking too much rubbish questions. Ask them if they know Mr. Beast. Alright. Do you guys know who Mr. Beast is? Oh, they do. They say that he's actually an alien himself. That makes sense. Nobody is that handsome and that generous. But seriously, why would you want to talk to aliens anyway? Last time I spoke to an alien, it took me a full week until I was able to sit down on the toilet again. Gary, did you actually pick up a human today?
Yeah, I did. Look, he's over there.
Why is he so Wait a minute. Excuse me. Have you been here before? No. Spencer, this is your 7th time here this week. We know it's you, okay? Oh, come on, please. We're not probing you again. $20? Fine. Basically, to sum up Pam, you just know her family changes the subject whenever anyone brings her up, because this is just obvious bullshit. Alright, before we move on to the next level, let me just demonstrate how I see this whole scheme playing out as like a conversation. Oh my god, an alien just spoke to me.
Whoa, really? What did it say?
Oh my god, it said something about you.
What, really? What did it say about me?
Oh, nice try. 100 buckaroonies, please.
What? Fine, okay, here you go. Just tell me what they said.
You are a smart man, but sometimes your room is messy.
Is that it?
Ooh, freaky her. How did they know?
I think you get my point.
So let's move on and leave Wham Bam, no thank you Pam. Let's leave her in the dust, pan and brush, because she is trash and that is where she belongs. In prison. Right, moving on from the midlife crisis that was Wham Bam, no thank you Pam, I think I've shown you a good base level of immoral, spiritual scammer, alright? So, it's only right that we do what I do every Friday night and get a little bit weirder.
Sa lilis ay tumuyak, batayo ro, salit uyumuay.
Instant penal... Get away from my penal gland! I'm not falling for that again, okay? No matter how convincing you extraterrestrial is, you're not going anywhere near my glands. Actually, speaking of convincing, is this all you have to do to give yourself the credentials of being an alien? Is just go... Gibbity bobbity bibbity. And then people are like, whoa! Here's my money! Why did my third eye start pulsating when I watched this? I was just curious. I didn't think this really worked. Why has she got to say pulsate? I really hope she's talking about her third eye as in, you know, the spiritual third eye and not anything else. Ooh. Sorry. Where are my manners, guys? I haven't introduced this lovely lady. This Joe Rogan lookalike is Akira. Another scammer who does nothing. But unlike Wham Bam, no thank you Pam, Akira is a self-proclaimed Reiki master, psychic medium, Arcturian alien, soul coach with 5D Ascension mastery, specialising in starseed activations, healings, and Akashic record readings. I think I could go to IHOP and see less waffle. Alright, let me summarise. She believes she's part of an alien race, the Arcturians, and is here to spread the message and help you. That's right, you. And unlike Wham Bam, No Thank You Pam, Akira spoils us with a choice of options of how you can give her your hard-earned cash. I mean, people can spend different amounts of money, so you get to choose between $200 and $900 options. Oh, but Spencer, those are pretty big price tags. Surely you get some pretty good services for that. Well, you can choose between asking her questions, asking the Arcturians questions, just having one-on-one conversations with us, or getting some readings from the majestic beast herself. All decorated, of course, with AI-generated artwork. Big shock. Nothing screams, this is a scam, than AI-generated thumbnails. Like, how can you sell nothing for 900 quid? That's insanity. If I was selling something for 900 quid, you'd get full access, okay? And do with that what you will. Now, I think you can tell by how riled up I get by Akira that she's a step up from Wham Bam Pam, right? Because not only does Akira have way more options on her website, she's bold by choice and dresses like an alien day to day. But most bizarrely to me, she also just sings opera. Not sure how singing is going to give you any more credibility that you're an alien. Using that logic, bloody Ed Sheeran or Pavarotti might as well be fucking E.T. Like, seriously, that's the logic we're working with here. Look, okay, I know this is insane, but let's be real. Akira, in my eyes, is literally the sitcom definition of a nutter. Like, her account is so insane. It looks like an obvious parody, and most people seeing it probably just think that it is. But no, it's not. She really does advertise herself as someone who could be described as stereotypically insane. Like, they write sitcom episodes about people like her because it's an exaggeration. She's doing it in real life. And look, I get it, okay? You're probably thinking, Spencer, that's you're being a bit harsh, alright? I get that she's bold, but, you know, people can do what they want. Alright, fair enough, that's very true, and I'm not doubting her for that, she can do whatever the hell she wants. But she's literally a grifter and a scammer, so I don't feel bad about comparing her to Joe Rogan at all. But going down this rabbit hole of scammers and going deeper and deeper, it got me thinking, this profession isn't new. It's been around for centuries. Like, think about it. These are the exact same scammers from Victorian times, except back then you'd see them in a creepy tent or like a travelling wagon giving mystic readings. Those people still exist, scamming people, but instead of they're now on TikTok Live, scamming kids and begging for gifted hot dogs and gifted hearts. And worst of all, we can't even publicly out these guys anymore. Like, back in the day, they'd catch out these scammers and they'd get put in the stocks and get thrown rotten veg right at their face. Just straight gas of a tomato, just... But no, we can't do that anymore. They can just escape accountability forever, hiding behind their iPad minis. But the technology we have now is great. But the fact that you can make a full-time income just by lying is insane to me. I didn't know we were allowed to just do that. I made friends with a goblin. Hey John, welcome to the show. Well, thanks for having me, Spencer. So tell me, what's it like being a goblin? It's pretty cool, to be honest. I mean, we live pretty similar lives compared to yours, except sometimes we may steal some of your gold coins. I see. And how smelly are you? Excuse me? You stink, right? You must do. You like stink really bad. What? You're a gross, disgusting little goblin. Right. I'm not doing this anymore. You tell me to come on your show and pretend to be a goblin, and then you just make it really... What is wrong with you? I'll give you $20. Yes, I'm a stinky, stinky goblin. I stink. Alright, well, maybe Akira did get kicked by a horse, and she genuinely believes this shit. But I think not. Because someone who genuinely believes that they're a magical alien sent to spread wisdom wouldn't be doing this on TikTok. Akira Matata, for the rest of your days in prison, because that's where she belongs for the rest of her days. Lock her up. Oh, and before you say, Spencer, how could you be so outspoken without even trying it for yourself? First of all, great idea. Let's do that. That sounds fun. Wait, what if I just get proved wrong? And in the next vid, I'm just... Guys, I can speak to aliens now. You have to give me money. Like, you have to just give me 20 quid, 20 quid, 30 pounds. Okay, fine. You pull him out like 10 pounds. 10 pounds is all it takes for me to tell you your alien reading.
Do you want to learn how to channel?
Yes, because apparently, this is how anybody can learn to leave their body and go to the spirit world. There's some confusion on what that actually means, but if I can go rizz up some spirits that I haven't paid to talk to me, I'm all ears.
For me, when I'm channeling or about to do a reading, it's really helpful to have like a trigger song to help put me in that headspace.
Trigger song? Okay. Okay, the whole point is you're supposed to stay still, so maybe YMCA is not the vibe. We'll check that and the Macarena off the list. I don't listen to any other music. I could do that other song that I really like. I reckon it might be the song of the summer, guys. It's called Gangnam Style. Well, I might get too rowdy if I put that one on as well. Okay, this guy has said that he's taught people how to do this and that they've met their spirit guides or spoken to aliens. And he just casually delivers this, like he hasn't just said the two most insane things I've ever heard. If someone told me they'd spoken to aliens, I wouldn't just be like, cool. I'd be like, what the fuck do you mean? What? Spill the beans? What do they look like? And he says casually we all have a spirit guide and we can meet them. I wonder who my spirit guide is. Okay, so I've watched a few different tutorials and I'll save you the waffle. I'm going to give you a generic explanation. Step 1, lie down. Step 2, stay still. Step 3, keep staying still. Step 4, think really hard while staying still about who you want to see or where you want to go. And step 5, beware of the shadow figures. Okay, don't interact with them, just fight them off if you have to. I haven't made that up, the guy literally said exactly that. Congratulations, you've just met your spirit guide and you've rizzed up as many aliens as you want. And hopefully, no shadowy figures followed you back to the real. Okay, I know this is all very silly, but I'm actually going to try it for real. So let's see how it goes.
So the first thing you want to do is be laying down, but you need your head slightly elevated. You need to be laying completely still. You cannot move whatsoever. After about 15 minutes of this, you're going to start getting little itches all over your body. That is your subconscious testing your body to see if you are awake. You must ignore these itches. You cannot scratch them. If you move to scratch them, you're going to have to restart. Now, after you pass the itching phase, you're going to start slipping into sleep paralysis. Don't worry, it's not a demon sitting on your chest. This is where things start getting a little tricky and most people fail. You need to stay focused on your goal and your intention on what you're trying to do.
Right, well I did feel the itching he was talking about, but honestly, nothing else happened. If you've ever meditated before, it just kind of felt like that. I honestly think you'd have to just be on drugs for that to do anything, to be honest. Now I can say that I've tried their methods. Okay, I did that so that I don't get any flack for being hypocritical or blaming something I've never tried, okay? But anyway, we've tried to explore the spirit realm for ourselves. We've dissected Wham Bam No Thank You Pam and Akira the Arcturian. But believe it or not, it gets so much worse. Because there's one man who you might remember briefly from the intro. Yep, Mr. Coat Hanger Head himself, Coach Monarch. Now, Coach Monarch, he is the definitive final boss of spiritual scamming. I can't emphasize enough that he is not just a one-off weirdo. He is the logical conclusion of this entire scam subculture. And not just because of his horrific waffle. He's literally running a full-on empire of bullshit alongside his scamming. Which is on a humongous scale, by the way. But most importantly of all, I have evidence that he is a complete fraud. What the... How did he know? I've got a delivery for... What the... I think it's for you guys, anyway.